Let's take a look at a couple of more hidden gems, stocks that you may not otherwise find on your own, but our strategist, Tracey Ryniec, has uncovered them, and she's going to tell us about them now. You go on the prowl for these on a regular basis. You come up with some pretty good ones, too.
Yeah, today's are really interesting, I think.
I think so. So the first one, Blue Buffalo Pet Products, I see the television commercials all over the place.
Yes.
For their dog and cat food.
Yeah, the natural pet food. This is a big market. Like, we don't really think about it, but over the last 10 or 20 years, people have started thinking the same way about food that they're ingesting as with their pets.
Right.
And, so you want more healthy things for your animals, and this company is giving it to you. So I feel like they're in a super niche market that has a big growth trajectory because the pet industry is only it's about $27 billion a year for food, and this company is only doing about $1 billion in sales. So they have about 6% of the pet food market. That's pretty small, given the fact that people do want to be putting up. I put the dogs and cats up here. They do want to be spending more on their pets, and right now, with the economy good, people will splurge more.
Sure.
And so this area is, really well focused. Last quarter, they saw sales growth again. They're expected to again this quarter, but they haven't reported yet. They're not reporting until February 28th, so we're going to see. I put up their chart. Oh, no, here's their estimates first. And nothing has changed in their estimates because only a few analysts are covering them. They haven't reported yet, so everybody's just kind of waiting and seeing. But they're expected to have big growth in 2016, double digits, and then double digits again in 2017. There's really nothing in the economy or the story that would change that. And as you said, you keep seeing their ads all over. So
they're not deficient in the marketing department.
No, and the word is getting out there that, these healthier dog and cat foods are out there. Now, here I put up the chart. They went IPO in 2015. I think that's why.
I was going to come to that. So 2015 IPO, right? They gained 6% of the market share between then and now. You're the analyst. Is that good? Is it fair?
Yeah, for a smaller company like this, they're gonna steadily grow this business because it is this niche that is just coming into popularity, and they're perfectly positioned to do so. So yeah, it's not strange that they only have 6% of the market. I like that.
It sounds kind of small. That's why I asked.
It does, but that means there's big room for growth there.
Right.
So the real question is they don't want to grow too fast. They want to make sure that the product is good and that they're not overwhelmed by demand. But you can see the chart. It did fall off after the IPO. That's kind of normal. They beat every quarter, so I'm looking for another good report and another beat when they report on February 28th, but we'll see. But again, everything in the economy is good for them right now. The shares are not cheap. They're trading at 28 times.
I saw that.
Yeah, so you are buying it for the growth. It's not a value company, but hopefully that double-digit earnings growth and the bigger sales growth continues, and we start to see, real good growth story here.
All right. Well, as we move closer to spring, people's and then maybe summer, hopefully.
Yes.
After that, people's attention turns to swimming pools.
It does.
And you've got a company here, Pool Corporation, that is in that market.
Yeah, they've been around since the 1990s, but this is the first time I've ever looked at them because, again, they're basically a hidden gem too. They only have about 5 analysts covering them, so that's why they don't get a lot of publicity. But the pool industry actually is kind of similar to this niche in the pet food, in that you don't really buy a pool or want to put one in until you feel things are going pretty well financially.
Right.
So the last couple of years have been real strong for them, and last year, 2016, they saw record sales, a little over $2 billion in sales. So they handle all the components to the pool, the chemical cleaners, all the stuff you would need. And then we've had warmer weather, even last year, and then this year going into 2017, also warmer. I saw something where Dallas has had 11 times they've been at 80 degrees or higher already this winter. That's a new record. So if you have a pool in Dallas, you probably are still using it.
Sure.
And that's real good for this company. They said so in 2016, that warmer weather that we also had in 2016, but they're going to see it again in 2017 if these trends continue. So you got to like where they're positioned. You can see the estimates jumping up here because they already did report, and it was very solid, and they raised full year guidance. So expecting another double-digit earnings growth story for them. They also aren't cheap. You are buying it for the growth here. They're trading around 29 times, but that growth has been there the last 5 years after the recession. I put up this chart that shows the beats, and then it also shows how well they've grown their earnings. And this is what you want to see as an investor. You want to see that steady 10, 15% earnings growth year after year after year. That means management is really producing, the demand is there, they know what they're doing, basically, and this is a beautiful chart. It's at the 5-year highs. That's why you got the 29 times. If you get any kind of pullback, I would be interested in getting in. But yeah, it's just a real good story, and they kind of dominate the pool industry, like Blue Buffalo is trying to dominate the healthy pet food market.
Small dividend doesn't hurt either.
No, that's right. They pay about a little over 1%, so you are getting something.
Right.
You don't really care if you see a chart like that, though. If you had managed to get in a couple of years ago, the dividend's just icing on the cake. But yeah, they're actually producing the cash flow there, and it's a good story.
Do you own either one?
I do not.
All right. Don't forget, you can check out more stock information on our website, Zacks.com. Stock picks, stock picking strategies, a whole lot of stuff for you to look at. Start on the homepage, Zacks.com. Link to it all from there. With Tracey, I'm Terry Ruffalo.